Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are getting back to Invincible. This is season 3, episode 4. You were my hero. Not something you want to hear, but I'm here for this episode. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, we're seeing kind of a shift in Mark's behaviors, and I'm ready, willing, and able to find out what else he has in store for us.
Yeah, interesting start to season 3. Some old faces, a few new faces, and I'm ready to see how episode 4 plays out.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to bring in this one. Last 3 have been pretty darn good, so let's keep that going. Let's go!
Hey, Bob, we are way behind on schedule, so I'm going to need you to get everything hooked up like yesterday. All this stuff needs to be done by tomorrow. Got to have it done.
Boss, I'm not an electrician. I mean, shouldn't we wait for the pros?
This can't be that hard. Couple plugins, couple wires. It's not that big of a deal. We do not have time to wait for the electrician, so just get it done. I'm counting on you, all right?
I'm counting on you. Oh!
Jumping jackrabbits, Bob, what the hell happened?
Oh, I knew this was a bad idea.
Bob's instincts were right, but his supervisor didn't listen. Now Bob's injury could be worth millions.
Wait, did you say millions? Who are these professionals that can help me?
Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury firm with more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you if you become their client. But Bob is worried because he doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees. Worry no more. When your boss puts you in a dangerous situation and you get hurt, don't settle for less than you deserve. Morgan & Morgan will fight to get you every penny. And the best part? It's completely free unless you win. But Bob feels conflicted. He doesn't want to sue his boss, even if the company hasn't paid him for the last 6 months. When you sue for an injury, you're not suing your boss. You're suing their insurance company. There's no reason to feel bad about getting the compensation you deserve. So if you've been a victim in a car accident, medical malpractice, workplace injury, or any other personal injury, you can hit the link in the description to get Morgan & Morgan to fight for you. Bob did, and he sure is thankful Morgan & Morgan had his back.
Yeah, but I'd forgotten how boring this is. Come on, let's go get a drink.
We need groceries.
It just starts.
I stole Robot's credit card number, and I lived off delivery pizza, ramen noodles, and black coffee.
That's all you need.
Sounds like your diet now.
Is this a zucchini or a cucumber?
I didn't even get that far.
No, but that's what the internet's for.
Come on. I bet Robot's credit cards.
I want to buy groceries, prepare a meal, and then eat it. You can either help or you can, I don't know, go do something else.
Grab a potato chip. Eat it.
All the cow type stuff.
You mean dairy?
Whatever you want to call it. I got it covered.
Well, I was going to say that boss, they showed it. We were all thinking the same thing, but nobody said anything.
It's like, are we really going to have a grocery episode of Invincible?
Come on, Ray.
So it just blew up when you grabbed it?
Oh.
Whoa, what happened to you two? Don't ask. By the way, we're ordering pizza for...
Whoever made this has significant resources at their disposal.
Significant resources, huh?
He's going to think Cecil.
Of course.
Tell me you're not about to do what I think you're about to do.
Oh.
He's going in.
Ah.
Oh, hitting him with a Polish hammer.
Got you and your names for every move. Oh, there he goes.
Forgot about that.
I thought they were going to take that out of his head, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought he told Rudy to... Maybe he's faking.
What are you doing here, Mark? Other than costing taxpayers millions of dollars and assaulting a government institution. If we wanted to spy on you, you'd never know it.
Oh,
let us keep you.
Where did he put that phone?
In his secret pocket.
This is not over.
Did you just go right to the roof?
Terrifying way to start my morning. It's the truth.
But we are spying on the Graysons.
He was right. We were spying on you, you wouldn't know it.
Yep.
And they are.
Looks like an underdog.
Oh, cafe.
Sorry I'm late.
In Paris.
I thought you forgot about our second first date.
Nice first date, Paris.
The weird thing is...
That it isn't weird?
Yes.
It's a good thing.
Imagine that. A relationship that's easy.
Please tell me that's not a glowing portal opening up next to our table.
You have no idea how much I wish I could say that.
Is that our... Okay.
No.
It's the dudes from the beginning.
Yeah.
Told you all that research would pay off.
Look at that hair.
There's no time to explain.
Nice one.
You know these jokers?
They stole the Declaration of Independence when
I'm Dropkick, and that's Fight Master.
You guys recognize the voice,
Yeah,
right?
it's Miguel.
Millions of lives were at stake. And they still are. We're from the future.
More future stuff.
So, like, because he's like...
What are you even talking about?
Also, if it's a time machine, can't you come back later? Or...
Hell.
We only have enough power for this last trip.
Of course.
No idea how many people died to make it happen.
Oh, no pressure.
You're lucky we're on a date, or I'd be taking you both to prison.
Maybe you're not the hero we thought you were.
Off, dog.
Oh.
Guess not.
Oh.
Right back at him.
are you sure about this?
Yeah. I'm not ruining our date just because...
And they took him anyway.
Where the hell did you take me?
We told you! The future!
When the hell?
Two better really need me.
Well...
You're already on thin ice, buddy. Where can I
Yeun.
stash my clothes? Hey,
What?
The hell was that?
why'd I look so miserable?
With time travel, it's best not to ask those kind of questions.
Oh.
Oh, wow, look at this.
What happened here?
War. Centuries of it. Us versus him.
Centuries.
They think we're the king's spies. They can't break curfew.
In the middle of the day?
You're allowed to go out to your work camp or attend a public execution, if it's a family member.
Oh.
We don't know what happened exactly. It was before our time.
Is it little brother?
Entire nations punished and forced to survive without power or technology. When he personally took 10 cities off the map for resisting,
Oh.
Just 10, huh?
we tried to stop him, but
Oh.
Your king is super strong, almost impossible to kill, and has ruled for hundreds of years?
yes.
Is he a Viltrumite?
We don't know what that is.
How can I help?
Our next step should be to make some noise!
Make some noise.
What?
Jesus.
Careful!
An attention getter.
You are in violation of the king's curfew and subject to immediate imprisonment and/or execution.
Jesus.
They're the royal guard. They enforce the king's madness on the people. But before you...
What was the before you
Yeah.
gonna be ending?
Yeah, probably
in-
something that's going to come into play here.
You are in violation of the king's curfew and subject to immediate imprisonment and/or execution.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, those are interesting cuffs.
Invincible. We've been waiting for you.
Oh.
Wow.
I think it's little brother.
You think it's his little brother in the future?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what your intuition says?
Up here.
You will see the king now.
You shall.
What's gonna happen to them?
Execution.
Stop the king! We can take care of ourselves! But, please, just go!
Well, this is interesting. Hopefully they make it. I feel like they're going to be in some...
Unless they risk their lives just to make it happen. Or they're willing to give it all up.
Yeah, but that's not a certainty that Mark's going to take out this
well,
person.
we just saw him come back and grab his clothes, and he was a little grim, so...
But which Mark was... Which point in time? I like the build-up. There's the king. King Buka.
King of Kings.
There it is.
Whoever you are, it's over.
It's immortal.
Immortal?
Only one man alive knows me by that name.
That was way off.
Yeah, a little.
Is it really you?
Ah!
That's your intuition.
Yeah.
Spot on this time.
Quinn stinks is foolish.
I am not the same Mark you know. I'm from the past.
You look thin, weak. Have you been sick again?
Oh, again.
I thought they found a cure for you.
This isn't about me.
Oh.
Sure.
What are you talking about?
I'm not a Viltrumite! You shouldn't have left me in charge! You're the Emperor!
Oh.
I've had hundreds of wives.
Jeez.
I've outlived everyone I've ever loved.
It's the thing about being immortal.
What do you want me to do?
End my torment.
Oh.
I can't stay here, and I'm not cut out to run the planet.
That's not what I meant.
He meant
end me.
Yeah, he meant opt him out. Well, what the hell? This is... All those visions are coming to life.
Yep.
Hiya.
parkour.
Well, not really.
Kind of.
Look
Nice.
at that. Nice block.
Come on, that has to be some slight ode to Cobra Kai here a little bit.
Gotta be.
They thought 2 guards would be enough for us.
Oh, boy.
Well, here. You had to talk.
End my suffering and the suffering of this planet.
Just quit.
A king.
Just quit.
You made me into this monster
Wow.
because of your mistakes.
Oh,
That's
boy.
some aggressive blame shifting right up Mason Quinn's alley.
Oh. Come on now.
Well, there's plenty of tape showing it, so...
That's not true.
Whether you want to or not.
Just throw yourself into the sun or something.
Suicide is a coward's escape.
That's what I was thinking. Throw himself into the sun. Or...
But he just said it's a coward's escape.
Yeah.
He wants an honor way out.
I thought Mark would put him into the sun.
Let me help you.
But some things can only end in death.
This is wild.
I'll prove to you who I've become.
Oh, boy.
Wait, no!
Oh.
Well, it's the end of these guys.
One way to end this forever. One way to save them.
But what does this do to timelines if he does this?
That's a great question.
Please.
Here it comes.
Enough.
Oh!
Oh.
Lost his
What
head.
kind of path are we going down with Mark here?
You got to keep all his parts separated, or it'll just come back.
That's what people said about Jason and all those Friday the 13th movies. Just spread them out.
Like, I know you're not happy, but you saved our world. Thank you.
Just take me home.
You gonna get cleaned up a little first, or straight back to Paris in the bloody
cleaned
outfit?
up.
It's cleaned up.
There's just one more thing you need to do.
Oh,
What?
one more.
Centuries.
Where can I stash my clothes? Hey,
Here, the Bill and Ted
That's
thing.
what I told you.
How did you?
This had to screw something up in the present.
Eve, am I a good person?
Of course you are.
I'm a good man.
I had to stop him.
End it.
Oh my God.
He wanted to die.
Say he begged me, please.
I messed everything up, Eve.
Do you remember how we said the future version of me wasn't me?
There we go.
Whatever that was, it wasn't our future. Not anymore, at least. I know that doesn't solve this, but we will get through it together. And if you ever turn into a giant world-conquering, I will kick your ass until you're back in line, okay? If you promise to do the same for me.
You'd never do something like... Deal.
We should get out of here.
I ruined another first date.
No, I said we should get out of here. I didn't say the date was over.
I don't like coffee. Keeps me up.
Yeah, I'm really
That
intrigued for how
document's
this
gonna
future's
fall
gonna
off.
be here. Maybe it's nothing.
You just
but
put it in the door, rolled it up, and put it in the front door.
Don't worry, I'm sure it'd hold up.
I'm surprised it made the flight home.
Well, I mean, the lemon juice was able to get stuff to appear on it.
doesn't
He didn't have
this just feel right? They can fly together.
This has been right since season 1, Diamond Dave.
That's illegal right there. You're not allowed to stand on the pyramids like
You
that.
gonna go up there and stop him?
He's invincible.
Just saying.
Oh, the Northern Lights. That's cool.
That's how you know it's getting serious when it's the fingers cross and hold hands. That's a different level.
Oh, he's doing the flying stare.
Yep.
I taught him.
The old fly and stare.
I mean, just how different would Mark's life have been if he would
It's
have
called growing up.
he would have
He's still
got
a
off
kid.
on the right foot.
He's
still a kid.
19.
Well, you should have sought advice
From who? You?
whoever.
This is done in way too soon, but I love you.
Oh!
I love you too.
Yeah, slugger.
Oh, she didn't hit him with
What
the
a
old.
paradise.
She didn't hit him with the old thank you, or I know.
Whoa! What?
Well, a little
No.
credits.
I mean,
It might be like a halfway. It said 49 minutes.
Oh boy, here we go. Close your eyes, Quinn.
Little Invincible.
You're not allowed to watch.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, that comes in handy.
Impressive.
And so, dear audience, at this very moment, light years away, Alan the alien sits in a Viltrumite prison cell. These walls cannot hold him, for Alan the alien has grown very strong indeed, but still he waits, because Alan the alien...
Goodbye, my friend.
Finally. Alan the alien, locked down, but not out.
In the world?
For those of you with short attention spans, forced into a battle against Anissa, a Viltrumite with a fearsome reputation, Alan let himself be taken prisoner in hopes of discovering if Nolan Grayson, a.k.a. Omni-Man,
Let himself get...
a.k.a. possible Viltrumite ally number 3, was still alive. Alan's plan worked. Nolan was alive, but he was also sentenced to death.
I didn't notice him.
It let you heal up.
Alan told Nolan how he visited Mark to enlist his help in the war between the Coalition of Planets and the Viltrum Empire. Convinced that his execution was justified for his betrayal of both Viltrum, just as Alan was about to give up, Nolan said something that gave him an inkling all hope was not yet lost.
I think I miss my wife.
Yep.
Alan's discussions with Nolan were interrupted periodically by his captor's attempts to execute him.
Oof, that backfired.
He's taking off people one by one.
Soon my executioners will arrive. They're Viltrumites. They will kill you.
Let's break out of here before that happens.
No.
Can't do it.
With you on our side, we can win this war. I'm not on anyone's side. I disgraced my people.
Whose
I
side is
betrayed
that?
my family. Oh my God, this again.
Forget your people, unbetray your family, and help me,
Unbetray.
Mark, and whatever that other kid's name is, stop the Empire.
No.
Oh, come
No.
on!
Then I guess we will both just die together.
They had reached an impasse, and Alan and Nolan waited for their death to arrive.
Sounds like he's doing the what if narration. They were wondering, what if?
What if?
No. Are you prepared?
You should grow out a mustache like that.
And with that, dear audience, we rejoin Alan the alien as he risks everything to save a former enemy and brand new friend who doesn't wish to be saved.
It's not your time to die yet, pal.
There we go. Got a nice catch up.
Desertion.
Ooh.
Unapproved breeding.
Jeez.
Murder!
Ooh.
Treason. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Let the ritual continue.
Oh.
Crap, I thought I'd have more time.
Yeah, you better hurry up.
No hard feelings, right?
Oh, Jesus.
Why should I have all the fun?
Oh,
Let 'em all
busting
out.
open the cages.
Oh,
Make
boy.
it interesting.
Oh.
I was going to say, just moments of this kind of remind me of the first Guardians.
Oh.
Remember when they're in the prison there?
Get it out! We can do this! Go! Go! I believe in you! Go!
You know, Alan, you could have just taken out all of them.
Ooh, who's in that one? Or shall I say, what's in that one? I heard like a roar. Maybe it's our battle cat friend.
Hi, hello, it's Alan. I don't know who's in there, but there is a party going on outside. Do you want to bring the punch?
Oh, I think it is Oak.
No. How did they catch him?
Possesses the courage to dare free battle beast.
There he is. It's my intuition.
Viltrumites?
Oh, man, yes. We definitely got them.
Oh, boy. Ah!
Hold on, Nolan. We're coming.
Oh. What? No. Leave me be, alien.
Alien.
Wars, triumphs, civilizations you conquered. What sickness could have changed you so?
Love.
We should investigate his lineage in case the rot goes deeper.
Oh.
Investigate his lineage. Oh, that's a lot of blood.
Was your betrayal worth death?
Answer me! Yes. And I'm sad you'll never understand.
Oh, jeez. Oh!
Come on. He's this way.
You promised me Viltrumites.
Yeah, you got to get through the first level first.
Hey, Nolan! Any idea where you are? Nolan!
The Polish double fist thing.
Nolan is just getting his ass beat.
Choose your last words.
Here we go.
Oh, man, you look terrible. Did you guys do this?
Who else would
Did you guys do this?
Viltrumites. At long last, my thirst for battle can be satiated.
Forgive him. He's a fan. He's been really wanting to meet you guys.
And if this conflict brings about the end of my life, I will savor it all the more.
I love Battle Beast.
Yes! Oh, big boot.
Oh.
I'll kill you
We
for that.
bloodied him right away.
Yeah.
Is that a promise?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
So you're the special you-know-bin.
I mean, I don't like to brag.
Just Rogan.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Stop. No.
Jesus, Paul, get up.
I think he's just taking the whooping, so
I'm
Nolan
wondering if he is.
will come out.
Looks like I'm going first.
Yeah, he's just saying that to motivate him.
He's got to be playing possum.
He almost got
Get away
He
from
goes.
Oh,
Jeez.
Good to see you, man. Did you get a haircut? You trim your mustache? Did you style your mustache? Get up.
Get him.
Oh!
Jeez.
Oh, nice. Tag. Tag, I'm in.
I knew you had it in you. Oh, shit, I hate these guys.
There they go. Easy peasy.
Oh, uh-oh. That ain't good. Oh, I was thinking he was going to do a smush.
Yeah.
Jeez, these Viltrumites, man.
You think Battle Beast can survive in space? Probably, right?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's the only, really the only thing to.
Yeah, Alan, the Viltrumites, and then, yeah.
Oh! There we go.
Oh, I was wondering if he was going to miss and hit Nolan. Oh, did you see?
Jeez.
Sonic boom.
Whew, what a mess.
You see that other Viltrumite or our furry friend anywhere?
Not since you took the fight outside.
Maybe he bailed, but then what happened to that Viltrumite?
More.
Floating out in space.
For someone who almost died, you recovered very quickly.
Okay, maybe I let him work me over.
Ah, yeah.
He could have killed you.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know.
No Viltrumite would do such a thing for another.
I mean, you would. For Debbie and Mark and that purple kid you told me about. We all need to skedaddle before Planet Punch sends reinforcements.
Planet Punch.
No reinforcements are coming. They'll know what happened, but they won't come. There are fewer than 50 pure-blooded Viltrumites left in the universe. This is the Empire's most closely guarded secret. It's also why we can beat them.
With their story now told, and Nolan and Alan finally free and ready to join the war against Viltrum, we turn our attention back to the Grayson household, where Mark and Eve are happily enjoying each other's company.
Mark? Are you home?
Oh.
Why is your door locked?
I'm not dressed.
Okay, well, have a good night.
We got to get our own place.
I heard that.
You could build your own place.
Oh, look at
now that
this.
she's getting her engineering chops, she'll be able to. It'll be sturdy.
Yeah, it's got the
that
gist
was awesome. 2 episodes in one. Thank you
got
so much for that. That
Battle
was awesome.
Beast.
Yes, we got.
I knew when I heard
More. I want more.
Yeah. Well, they've been delivering these last couple of episodes for sure. I know I was a little, maybe a little critical the first episode back. Still liked it, but these last 3 have been just rocket ships right to the top. A lot of fun. This one was no different. Like I said, I kind of had a feeling Alan was playing possum there, taking a beating to give Nolan the motivation that he needed. The curveball in it all, I guess, is that I thought it would happen faster. I thought Nolan would be a little bit more ready to go because after he said he missed his wife, I thought that would kind of be the catalyst to set him off and make him want to get back. But it took a little bit more than that, which is fine. We had an awesome battle. And always great seeing Battle Beast. He spoke a little bit differently than what I remember the last time we saw him. We got a little more into his character. So hopefully that's not the last of it and that he's not just going to go off to infinity fighting a Viltrumite forever in outer space. Hopefully he gets the upper hand here eventually. Big reveal. There's only 50 Viltrumites left. That was pretty cool. Now, granted, 50.
Pure blood.
Yeah, pure bloods is still a ridiculous number for the number of individuals who are actually capable to take out Viltrumites.
Yeah, exactly. Look at how much work and effort it took to take out one.
Yeah, it took both Alan and Nolan working in
Sonic
tandem
boom
to do it.
punch.
For sure. So that was fun. Of course, we see the relationship that always should have been between Mark and Eve. So that was fun. Again, another curveball, if I could, that really threw me off was the whole going into the future with Dropkick and I hate to say the other guy, but Dropkick and the other guy voiced by
Fighter, Mr. Fighter.
Something voiced by, of course, Miguel from Cobra Kai. So that was cool. But yeah, that really threw me for a curveball with them going into the future and having to stop it, and the fact that it was immortal, which, I mean, I guess makes sense if you're going to leave somebody in charge and you don't want to have to worry about any level of succession, well, make it immortal and he'll be there forever. But of course, you always kind of hear in various superhero movies about the curse of living forever and seeing everybody pass away.
Yeah.
It drives you crazy, and that's kind of what we got here. So that would, but I'm with you, Diamond Dave. There's got to be more to that story of Mark going into the future, taking out Immortal. Like, that can't just be it. That's not going to be just a throwaway 10-minute scene here from episode 4.
I would be amazed if it was just in this episode and nothing more, because they've done this now a couple times of, giving some kind of flash to the future. So I got to imagine this is going to have some meaning later. If you already know that answer, please don't spoil it. But and to me, that was a pretty pivotal scene. So I got to imagine at some point this is coming back around, because Immortal kept saying this was because of you. What I had to do.
Well, because we saw all the different universes that they're in where they did take over, where Mark was
evil,
complete ass, and especially with this one and then we had Adam Eve, when she talked to him in the future saying, let me know how you truly feel. So.
Yeah, because they've been playing with that time jump, Yeun multiverse type thing quite a bit here. And also, I thought that all those things that Immortal was saying, it seemed very particular and straightforward. Like that was stuff that Mark needed to hear, maybe to avoid going down that dark path. That was kind of the first thing I thought of. But yeah, there's so many storylines going here at once. This series could go any direction, and I think it would be fine. Eventually, I think Nolan will have to get back to Earth, and then our guy Paul's probably done for. That's dating the missus, but we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, Paul does have not long life to live. No, this was another great episode. I love how they chopped it into two. It was great to Fight Master was the other one. All right, and Fight Master and Dropkick. It was. I really. Yeah, it's
like 80s, the 80s video game character.
They picked their names when they're
Fight Master.
They picked their names when they're 8. I'm gonna be Fight Master. But it was great seeing them on their first date, which what a surprise. They would go to Paris and be in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower. But then him going to the future and seeing what the world would become because of him, like Immortal even said, you took your family and you left, probably because he saw how horrendous it took over. But they did a great job of like showing in the shadows who the king was, so to speak. And like you had your guess of of obviously it could be Oliver. I was kind of thinking that, but at the same time, like the beard was kind of throwing me off. I thought maybe it was Nolan came back and then did take over, and then it turns out it's Immortal, and it makes sense. He can live. He's immortal now.
Well, that's his name.
So he's like the one you drove me this, and he's like, well, why don't you quit? Why? He's like, I can't do that. I have to keep doing what you said. It was like he was being a king in fear, and then fear and making everyone else fear in him. So it was kind of a weird wraparound. So with these time jumps, that's also can be Angstrom messing with them too. Like maybe he sent them back there to go tell him, hey, you got to go to the future, and he's got to take out Immortal. So then what do? You go back now as Mark, and you go and talk to Immortal. Hey, something might happen in the future. You might not be too happy with me, but I might have to take you out in about 100 years or so. And like he couldn't even remember. Like he barely remembered Mark. He didn't even remember Kate. But he said, to be fair, hundreds of wives when you centuries
I was just going to say,
how many wives
centuries old, how many memories you're really going to have of everything. So,
well, at least with Mark, you're going to remember him at least.
Got to put you in.
And then we had the credits after they finished their date, and it was kind of cool them doing flashbacks to like earlier on times together because we got to see the old suit and everything. And then we go to a whole new episode with Alan the Alien. They love the narrator spot where they're, brought us up to speed. Yep. So say this was the first episode you watched this season. Don't know why you do it, but say you did it. It was a great way to get you all caught up. And man, that was a hell of a fight sequence. It was awesome. He even released all the prisoners. And some of them were pretty cool looking and had some powers, but then they still got taken out by all the guns. And then we got to see just how strong the Viltrumites really are when it took Alan and Nolan to punch in the same spot at the same time to take one out. And I just wanted to keep seeing those battle beasts and that other Viltrumite. I just wanted to keep seeing them go at because they both could take it. So what a nice fun episode that they cut in half, and I thought it was perfect.
Yeah, it was funny how Alan let all the prisoners out, and he really didn't need to. Like, he could take all those guys out. All he did was open it up so they could all get killed.
I think it was just they were a nuisance, so I think he wanted them off his back.
Well, and it in a weird way, it helped distract a little bit, too. So that's probably kind of one little way of it, thinking of it, even though he was intentionally trying to get as many people out as much as he could to take on some Viltrumites.
More shields.
But I shouldn't be impressed, but I'm always impressed with how hard it is to take out a Viltrumite, even though we've seen plenty of evidence that it's incredibly hard to take these guys out. But every time there's a fight, because it's not like we're seeing Viltrumites fight all the time, it's just like, holy shit, these guys are really hard to take down.
Yeah, and it did feel like Mark was holding back with Immortal, but I know some folks in the comments had talked about how Mark is holding back from what his true power is, so maybe that'll come into play later.
Answer, if you take an empty soda can and you set it on a table and you karate chop it, it just flies. You take the same empty soda can, set it on a table, put your hand behind it and karate chop it, and it crushes. And that, my friend, is what happened to that Viltrumite's head. It's physics.
Because they're in space.
It's science.
Otherwise, they would have just flown backwards. Makes perfect sense.
Well,
You don't have to be in space and hit something and have it fly backwards. It just would have flown further back.
No, I'm saying in this case it was, though.
With Mythbusters, they've done that where there's more force with two cars coming towards each other than just one being stationary, though.
Yeah, 'cause of the mass.
So with your can is what you're saying, where it crushes it. That's why I'm saying it still took both of them with their power and.
Right. I'm just saying if you ever get in a fight with a Viltrumite in outer space.
Oh, I got to put my
and you're gonna
hand behind
strike
his
him,
head?
Strike him like that, as opposed to just like that.
Well, he's a human.
You got to use the
Save your
forearms.
hands.
You got to save your hands.
Or you could.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going
He's
to
a
go against a
human.
Viltrumite in space?
Well, you
yeah.
think, so if Answer meets up with a Viltrumite in space, he's just supposed to give up and not
Put him
try to
up.
put up a fight?
Put him up.
Yeah, he won't. He's not going to last a second.
I'll give a
One
good
punch
one,
by a
Shane.
Viltrumite, he's toast. He's gone.
Nah, that was
One punch. You
Gone.
just go like that. I'm done.
We got a lot of fight in this episode. Look, I suppose we have a lot of fighting every episode. It's just like the bad guys show up, like in that scene where they were in the grocery store. I was like, wait a minute, why is they're paying a little too much attention to that bus outside, and they're just hanging out trying to buy groceries. In comes the bus, the fight in the prison. I mean, it's been pretty solid action so far this season. I would say, look, this episode was pretty good. The whole, Nolan saying, "I think I miss my wife." We got teased with that. Was that in the?
Well, not really a tease. They just kind of showed it again during the catch up so we can get to.
Yeah, I mean, but him to say that after everything, it's so wild to me because look, it's not just like they, had your normal relationship problems and things didn't work out. You were a pet. I mean, dude went in pretty hard, beat the snot out of Mark a few times, pretty aggressively.
Took out thousands of people.
Also, though, which wife?
That's true. He did have two.
Well,
but anyhow, I think he was referring to.
I'm pretty sure too,
but in any regard, so kind of seeing a little bit. I don't know if we're gonna get a redemption arc from Omni-Man, but just
we're in
change.
We're in the beginning stages of a redemption arc.
I don't forgive him.
No, you don't have to, but it's you don't have to forgive him. That's what we are is a redemption arc.
I don't know if we're getting like a full he comes back to Earth and is the good guy redemption arc. I mean, obviously they're I don't even want to say teasing it, but they're showing it. But I mean, look,
that scene at the teen team. I mean, they're not that anymore. But that whole scene at the headquarters, I thought that was kind of weird in that. All it really showed was them trying to get by with being off Cecil's books. I would have liked a little bit more from them.
Like doing dishes and stuff?
Well, no, just showing what they're going through because, okay, they showed them at the grocery store. Now they're back at their home base. Hey, we're going to have pizza. Like, I would have liked a little bit more. I felt like the scene with them was kind of cut short.
It's
like if you're gonna put him in there.
We didn't see the little brother here either this episode.
No?
I mean, that was pretty much. I mean, he was.
We didn't see mom either.
He was MIA.
Well, we got a lot. We did get a lot of the little brother in the last one. So now it's kind of catch up with this crew.
And I think I mentioned that in our last wrap up that. They have so much going on as far as storylines here, and for me, it just doesn't seem quite. Look, I'm having a fun time with this. Don't get me wrong, but we've watched other shows like The Boys, for example. And I know it's hard to compare everything to The Boys, but The Boys for me was a show where it handled multiple storylines. They could introduce a lot, give you a lot, and kind of mash everything together where you didn't feel like, hey, what's going on with this? Where this, it feels like they give us some stuff and then it's just gone. Like, where's Big Brain Guy? I mean, we didn't see the brother here. Dad and Alan were kind of ignored in other episodes. So I feel like, we have a really solid, core group of characters, but it just feels like it's kind of, we're playing, pinball here with who we're going to get from one episode to the next. So,
last season too, they kind of did that.
Yeah.
So,
well, that was always a strong point with this series in the first two seasons. I know we for sure talked about that, how they did such a good job of multiple storylines and each episode feeling like its own movie. And I don't know if I've just become spoiled and I'm expecting a certain level. Not, again, to your point, not to say it's bad. I've been thoroughly enjoying it.
It's fun.
Right.
I just feel like, and maybe we're on the same page. Maybe I'm just being greedy, and it's like, okay, I want more
everything.
story. And you almost feel like
an hour and a half episode.
They go. I know it's cliche to say, "Oh, this one flew by," but they all fly by, and there's so much story that you really feel like. Even look, what are these? About 47 minutes long. They could be. You wouldn't have to go, an hour and a half, make each one a movie. But even if they went an hour and they give you a full, hour, I think, look, you're talking, 30% more content. You go from 45 minutes to an hour, so 33% more content. So.
I'm enjoying what they're doing for the structure so far of season 3 here. I didn't need to see little baby bro because we got a lot on the last one with him. I mean, they set the tone now moving forward. Mark is there to make sure that he does no more killing and trying to teach him lessons, right?
Doesn't turn evil.
That would have happened in this episode again. So to me, it was nice to not have them do that because now that's pretty much what they have to do now and just show us that he's either learning or he's not learning. So you can save that for the back end. At least that's how I take it.
That's fair.
Here, though, I've two things that I'm really hung up on. And one of them, as I was saying during the reactions, maybe it's nothing. But again, the future stuff, I'm hanging on to that until some of you folks give me some different perspectives without spoiling. So I can't wait to read some of your comments on that because I know some of you are smarter than I and probably picked up on something that I didn't. And you probably know some stuff because of the comics. 2, based on a lot of your comments back, I believe it was in season 1, whenever we got Battle Beast, and we were asking questions about him in season 2. A lot of you folks told us that he is like
a badass
here, like the Viltrumites and him are like right here above everyone else.
Yeah,
so
he's looking forward to it.
I'm
He was
really
like,
excited.
let's
Yeah,
do it.
I'm really excited to get more. I'm really excited to get more Battle Beast. Hopefully, it's not a long wait again, because I know we just left off with him fighting a Viltrumite in space, just floating off. So I'm hoping that we do get more of him in season 3. As far as I'm glad they're showing more of Mark and Eve's good relationship, and them having the understanding right now, and probably moving forward too, just because they're both superheroes, that they understand that, hey, I don't think anything we do on our personal time is going to be perfect whatsoever. I mean, we just had these 2 dudes come and grab Mark.
We did see Mark, though, to Mark's credit or discredit, depending on how you look at it, we did see Mark really draw that barrier here and say, I am on personal time. This is a date, not now. Where when he was with Amber, it was like, duty calls, I gotta go. Duty calls, gotta go. Missing, when they did the volunteering at the soup kitchen, and so he was always missing stuff with Amber. Was always putting his duties as a superhero first. And this time, these people told him flat out, Fight Master Dropkick told him flat out, like, hey, we need your help. This is a dire situation. He said, no, I'm on a date. I'm going to stay here. They had to kidnap him. So we are seeing a little bit of shift in Mark's priorities here, whether that stays.
It's not always going to work, but.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and I think that's part of Mark's immaturity. He's only 19. Oh, no, I can't go save the world. I'm on a date with my girlfriend. It's like, bro, you're a superhero. You've got duties that you have to fulfill.
Well, let's be real here. I mean, this was in the future, not like total present
So
time.
That's why he was really not caring.
Yeah, so I get where he's coming off from on that, and then the 2 dudes coming and taking him like they did. The other thing with Mark here too is now he's killed, but now we're starting to see. I don't want to say he's becoming too used to it, but now like with Immortal, I'm curious if you guys feel the same way. I feel like Immortal obviously was pushing him to take him out, but I wonder how that's going to be on Mark again with that whole future thing. I wonder how much that's going to weigh on Mark and his psyche now moving forward, because he's trying to tell his little bro again, no killing.
Yeah. Well, he's telling his little bro that, and then Immortal basically said, "You were the one that you became in charge. Well,
yes.
You took over the world,
and then this is what was left.
This is what was left, and then you and your family left. So he basically was telling Mark, "You're the one that became the evil ruler of the planet," and so like that has to weigh on him as well. Like, okay, this is
What
what
did I
I could
turn
possibly
into?
become.
What am I turning into?
So hopefully it's a way to like so he can stop himself from becoming this.
Yeah, I mean, I got a feeling that in future episodes, they're going to come back to this dialogue that happened in the future here with not only between Mark and Immortal, but between Mark and our other two guys. All that dialogue, I think, is going to come back in later episodes. I think we're all going to go, oh, that's what they meant. Now I'm seeing it, because I got a feeling all that was critically important.
Well, the other thing we got to consider is,
or at least it had to be, right?
Mark is what are the look? There's a strong chance Mark is going to have other interactions with Immortal in present day, coming up. And is he going to tell him, hey, by the way, I had to go take you out in the future because of this, this, this. This is who you end up becoming.
Yeah, right.
Like, so do we think he's going to tell Immortal, like, dude, in the future, you end up being a king and a not very loved one? And how do you go from being where he's at, the superhero, to being this? And I wonder if Mark's gonna tell him what he ran into.
Yeah. Because maybe the Viltrumite side of Mark takes over and he takes over the world.
Yeah, because we saw evil Mark in some of those multiverses.
Yeah, we did with Angstrom. He was kind of showing.
Oh, yes, he was.
We did see it.
Yep.
I did see it. Like, this show is only getting better and better.
Love this episode.
Wait
Battle
for
Beast.
more. Oh,
Battle
give us some more
Beast.
Battle Beast. So for Appleton Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.